Boy, we're corner boys, but we definitely can do it from open play. Arsenal are through to the quarterfinals. Big up to everybody whose team scored more goals, kept a clean sheet, didn't embarrass this nation, and maneuvering through to the next round. You know, I'm seeing the Parisian fans waving the Chelsea lot goodbye. Spurs got slapped last week. They're definitely going to get slapped this week. Best of luck to you, Liverpool and Manchester City, beating Real Madrid at the Emirates, let alone beating Real Madrid at your home place, let alone at the Bernabeu. It's difficult, in it, really and truly. Apologies for myself. Great build-up play and a thunderbolt from Eze. Declan Rice sealed the deal. You know, Leverkusen were doing a lot of this. Not the players, but they were doing the most on social media. The main thing is that we did exactly what we did in the last Premier League game for a while. Win the game, handle business. You lot know my thoughts. If I could pick the Champions League over the Prem for my selfish reasons, I would. For the players and the football club, I think they need the Prem. But we're in it. We might as well try to win it. We dealt with what we needed to do against Everton. We've done what we've needed to do against Leverkusen. Let's be honest, the first leg wasn't the best of performances, and we're through to the next round in it. And all attention and momentum and feel-good factor can now be put into that game on Sunday at Wembley against Manchester City. You look disorientated. Pep, you know, obviously that talks about all the games are on, but he's changing his back four, stupid mistakes. Bernardo Silva doing the most. Hey, it's not easy, man. It's not easy. But the main thing is we're through. I don't think there's anything, if I'm honest, really with you lot, to scream and shout about the game. I just think it was a convincing professional performance. Great build-up playing what led to Eze's thunderbolt. I'm still not over the Eze goal. Lovely finesse finish from Declan Rice. Have to big up David Raya. I'm sure he made a great save. Think Hincapie did well. He might not have scored, but I also think Gyökeres did his thing today. I'm definitely missing out a player. But yeah, all in all, generally a good performance. I don't think Ben White did anything to scream and shout about, but considering Timber is now missing and we're not going to know until Saturday, Sunday, unless any David Ornstein, all them guys want something to, want to let us know. If Timber isn't going to be there, then between Mascara and Benjamin White, one of you is going to take it. I must admit, I did think if Timber wasn't going to be there, owing to Ben White's own injury issues, I actually thought he would have bet on, he would have bet on Mascara, but we did what needed to be done, man. There's nothing more to really add. It ain't really one of them games, people. If I'm completely honest, Kanai had a chance for Leverkusen early on. I'm sure David Raya made a great save, but a convincing professional performance. For all the talk about goals from set pieces, which I'm focusing on Leverkusen's Twitter admin, we scored 3 goals across the 2 legs from open play, so I'm a happy man. In terms of my actual notes, if I'm honest with you, it's like they're playing a back 5. If I'm completely honest, it looked like a 4-5-1 in many aspects. It looked like a 5 at the back. I am going to watch the game again, people. I think the first opening exchanges, we had plenty of the ball. We had a good chance 28 minutes in. I think it fell to Trossard. Trossard hasn't had his shooting boots on. The build-up play, let alone the goal from Eze, set us on our way. At halftime, I think it's another convincing performance where I wouldn't say he's grabbing the headlines. I know he scored a goal, but I think Everton, from what we've seen of Eze in an Arsenal shirt, think he built on stuff in the Everton game, and obviously I think he done well here. And again, the Emirates needs to become a fortress, and I think the away fans, the away fans did their thing, but the home fans did their part, and you lot all over the world as well, man. So yeah, man, we did what we needed to do, man. I really don't think it's one of those games to really scream and shout about that. I'm just a happy lad. We're dealing with things. We're ticking boxes. Hey, Juju, Chelsea fan, come outside. Come outside. What happened? What happened? Man, gassing up the start of your. Where's Cole Palmer, lad? Where's Cole Palmer, lad? Walk off for João Pedro, bro. Walk off for Caicedo. Walk off for your racist don, Enzo Fernandez. What happened? You got bopped by PSG. Even when PSG bopped us, we didn't get done up like that. We got done up by the real G's. Dembele and Fabio Ruiz and whatnot. Big up Carrot Skeeler. Man are getting done up by these AI dons. Is it Mabulu, Mabuku, whatever the PSG guy is? Wallahi, nobody's seen him kick ball. I've seen him score against Spurs. I've seen him score against you lot. He'll be at Leo in a couple of years, man. Agendas must agenda. You lot were sitting there talking about champions of the world. Come outside, you. Manchester City, come outside. Spurs, make sure you turn it around. Please, make sure you turn it around. Liverpool, make sure you turn it around. Because I, for one, would hate to be any team but Arsenal at this moment in time, man. You get me? It's boring. It's boring. It's boring. I damn well don't want the entertainment. It's boring. We're just pulling up and doing what needs to be done, man. So, yeah, simple business. What are you lot saying? Smash the like button. Let me know your thoughts. PSG won the battle but lost the war. We got the trophy. My brother, they won the Champions League. Would they trade their Champions League trophy for your Club World Cup? Nope. Would you trade it for the champs? You're a damn lie, even though you got 2. I don't want to hear that. Type that without crying. How's your name, Juju? And you ain't bang no black magic for your team, dickhead. Anyways, put some respect on Eze's name. Eze was doing his thing today, and he looks like he's building some confidence, which, again, we're never going to see our attackers in full flow. We're never going to be amazing in what's left of this season. But if they can do the job, if they can have some convincing performances or go through some purple patches, Bob's your uncle. Just get this thing over the line. We can defend. We can score from open play. And hey, we must be boring because we're one of 3-4 teams in the world that have scored plus 100 plus goals. We're third for open play in the Premier League. You know about the low blocks we face. You know how high our line is. You know what we do from set pieces. If anyone's anti-football, it sure as hell ain't Arsenal. And I bet you swap places because I don't want no entertainment that certain other British teams are doing. I badly want the Champions League. I don't really rate our chances. I do think we'll deal with Sporting Lisbon, but we need to stay humble. I also think Zubimendi had a good game as well. You know, onto the guy, and by all means, get onto him when he deserves it. But talk to me about Zubimendi. Zubimendi, Eze, Rice did well. Hincapie, I think he did well. My centre halves when called upon. All in all, I think everybody did well. I'm not going to lie. Saka, still kind of pissing me off with certain things you're doing. Still kind of struggling in that regards, but it's not about the individuals anymore. It's just about getting through. And you know what, Saka? I've said it. Whether we win, lose, or draw, you're scoring on Sunday. And even shout out to Bukayo Saka. What's that? 305 appearances at the age of 24. Crazy. SI and Lynch, one love, man. Put some respect on Eze. Eze vibes in, man. Listen, Eze, keep doing that. Because when you look at it in the Premier League, he's actually up there for shots from outside the area. And we don't have that too many times in an Arsenal shirt. So, Eze, if you want to keep doing that, please do, man. Beautiful game. 2 brilliant goals from open play. You big up yourself, man. Right, big up the members, them. Just let Eze vibe as the 10 going forward. Man is unreal when he can just roam and attack as he pleases. Looks a lot more confident. As I said, Everton, from what I expect of Eze or what I wanted, I don't think it's anything to scream and shout about. But whether I agree or criticize him or think he's been playing well, from what we've become accustomed to, I think Everton and Leverkusen both at the Emirates, Eze, because I don't think it's a game to be waffling about how good you are with 90 minutes. But I would say generally Eze this season, I think you done well against Newcastle. There's obviously, I think Newcastle, Atletico, Bayern Munich, you did very well. And I think you got an assist against Bayern Munich and whatnot. And you was unlucky against Newcastle. But Eze in an Arsenal shirt, it's been moments in it. And he's had some great moments. Set up great assists against Bayern Munich. Fantastic against City. The 2 North London derbies. But we more want to see more across 90 minutes. And he looked confident. The simplicity in his game was there. He was more of I use the term threat subjectively, but you know what better yet? He was more prominent across the 90 minutes in it. So I'm laughing. Hyper, appreciate you. Where you been, man? You've been missing. KS, my guys. Unks, one love. Big up American Gooner. Big up DG. Great game for my team. And this is what we need. It's a bit of, scoring goals is always great. Winning games is always great. Obviously, we can't let it, bordering into complacency and things of that ilk. But it builds momentum. It keeps the feel-good factor. We're making changes when the time comes. Everything's just moving well. And what's left of this season, we've come far. Whatever we think about the team and we're not happy or we're happy about this, we've got a fantastic platform. You got to be in it to win it. On paper, we're in all 4 comps. Do I think we're going to do the quadruple? No, but we're literally, prior to today, there was only 2 teams in Arsenal and City that could do that. We're the only team that can. Now, all we can do is put the left foot in front of the right, deal with what's in front of us. We done what we need to do against Everton in the Premier League. The Premier League's almost irrelevant until after the international break, or in fact, the second game after the international break. But cool, great, Max Dowman, all that stuff. Everton at home, done what we needed to do and address the sins of the first leg, in my opinion, against Leverkusen. Done what we needed to do, maneuvering into the quarterfinals. Get this League Cup on Sunday out the way and keyword over the line. Back to the FA Cup where Southampton's concerned. St. Mary's is a bit dodgy, but win that. Premier League, just win the games now. As much as it's about tactics and dynamics and this and that, it's all just about grabbing 3 points now. It's genuinely just about that. That is the point we're at this season. Good evening, DG. Hope you're having a good day. I am Hayden. One love and right back at you. What a result onto Sunday. How we feeling? Back again with the mad questions off the rip. What questions, man? Get them in. DG, we can really kill City's confidence by beating them this Sunday. And you know what? A lot of the conversations are now going to be filtered around, less games for City. They're out of the Champions League, regardless of if they win or lose. They will have less games like us because the League Cup's coming to an end. Is that going to make them better? More time to train, get together and whatnot? Obviously, depending on how the for or against both Arsenal and City on Sunday. What does that mean? Not just for the obvious getting over the line and winning the trophy, but what does that mean psychologically moving forward? Because after the League Cup final, we've obviously got them at the Etihad. Again, I don't want to lose the League Cup final, but Liverpool lost the League Cup final and then won the Prem, so it'd be interesting. Eze's goal was cold, bro. I want this League Cup so bad. It will break Pep. Man's gone a side respect. Way of subject. Thoughts on the Morocco situation. Dickheading, bro. Dickheading. No matter what they do, Morocco, you never won AFCON. Senegal won. Less of that. You were on top form on TalkSport. Appreciate you, S, man. I don't think so, Standard performance, man. I think it was a standard one for myself. 5, 6 out of 10. It's like I'm a footballer in, the December category. I think I'm 6 out of 10. I was tired anyways, and I was just calm, man. Like, not everyday war, man. But no doubt we're going to go to war tomorrow. We're definitely going to go to war on Sunday. So, yeah, it is what it is. I also want to make sure, again, Gyökeres, I did state that I think he had a very good game. Gyökeres performed that Eze bomb going to get a will for the rest of times. Only thing I would have done different is giving Rice a breather. Maybe saved his legs a bit, but I'm not being funny. Like, going into the game, it's the Champions League. Leverkusen equipped themselves well in the first leg. It's the Champions League. It's one of the biggest games of the season. Bro, Rice needed to go out there. Maybe if we had a squad, I don't know, I'm making things up, but you had Zubamendi, who had a very brilliant game again. Like Everton, no one's making enough noise. But if we had, I don't know, Zubamendi, Tonali, Rice, Gomares, then maybe I could entertain that. But Happy Norgard got some minutes. And if I remember rightly, Miles Lewis-Skelly, literally a minute. I could be wrong on that, but yeah, man, I'm sure Miles Lewis-Skelly came on. Yeah. I mean, Arteta used all 5 subs. Martinelli, I think Martinelli was all right. I think Mosquera had a decent cameo. Big up Norgard, Kai, and obviously Miles Lewis-Skelly. When last did we see Gabriel Jesus? FA Cup, innit? Or was it before? Yeah, it was the FA Cup. He's pissed off Mikel Arteta. But yeah, they're 5 at the back, 3 at the back. It didn't work. We had a better performance. I think we moved the ball a lot quicker. I think there was more invention and intention. Obviously, in terms of quality in front of goal, it weren't really there. But I don't think we were scared to shoot. Like, looking at it now, we were the better team. Like, I don't need statistics. We were the better team. It was a professional, comprehensive performance, as stated. We had 20 shots. They had 10. They had 2 on target. We had 13. When was the last time we had double figures on target? Which is mad. We had 10 corners. Obviously, it weren't to be. And obviously, in the 36th minute, just before half-time, more or less, Eze scored. The hour mark, Rice has scored. Other than that, we've handled business, innit? Big up David Raya for his save, if I haven't said that enough times. Arsenal, we are lonely at the top and long may it continue. Professional job done. Now, Social Joins is a difficult man to please. You see Brighton score a set piece. Bring their manager out. My house still shaking from the Eze goal. Eze goal, Raya save, Rice goal, Gyökeres, Zubi, Hincapie performances. Great night, facts. We got the trophy, it's criminal. Brighton won with a set piece and part of the bus. Shameless. Zubi had a good game. He pushed us forward. Bro, they need to make noise on my guy Zubi because they're lying. He's had a brilliant season. Of course, he's had a bit of a wobble. Everton, he was cold. Today, he was cold. He always turns it on the Champions League. The only time I'm scared for Zubi is when it's them typical British games, like end to end. And I think when you look at where we've dropped points, at Aston Villa away, he was shit against Man United. He made a mistake. We beat Spurs, but he also made a mistake. The typical British games, I think we need to give Zubamendi a year to, okay, this is the Premier League. When it's a chess match, he's in his own world. This is why, for me, if you bring in another midfielder, obviously a left winger, a striker, and a defender, and anything else the gaffer wants, we're laughing. Big up GG. Got that City and Spurs fan shattered. Bro, that City fan on TalkSport was absolutely rattled because he mentioned Arsenal. I was like, we're living rent-free. Obviously, there's 4 screens. See, I'm looking at the laptop now. If you imagine there's 4 screens, I've seen the City goal go in, and I've reacted. And he's like, well, you said I'm living rent-free. I was like, mate, I've just seen the goal go in. You need to focus, bro. You need to focus. They were trying to mind games me as well, talking about, oh, yeah, the league's done and whatnot. I hear that. I hope you as a Man City fan and other outside noises, I hope Pep Guardiola and the players feel that way, and it makes my job easier. Until it's mathematically confirmed that nobody apart from my football club is the Premier League winners, it's all to play for. Left foot in front of the right. Keep working hard, trying to be better than we was yesterday, man. Eze made me raise eyebrows today. How much you miss players like Eze looking up whilst dribbling. Saka is playing blind right now, just hitting the ball at everyone. Yeah, Saka's meaty. Eze is like reggae. His own time and just let him do his own vibe. Yo, DG, what's good? Came back from the game. Eze's goal was brilliant. It was right about spring. Eze. Hincapie was my man of the match. straight lock off on his side. Big up Hincapie because he's taking his opportunities and running with it. And between you and Calafiori, and I know we ain't seen him do much this season, but when Miles Lewis-Skelly's involved, it's decent, innit? But yeah, man, there ain't really nothing to scream and shout about. As Terry is saying, Arsenal, 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 Arsenal. Saka's pace goes all into his press. He's one of those players. I hear that, but he's just playing media. I think his confidence, I don't think his confidence is a relevant factor today, but naturally, in the same way, I feel like if he was having a great goal scoring season, everything's just flowing. It's on your left foot. You're taking a touch, banging it. You're thinking obviously about what you're doing, but you're not thinking too much. Naturally, not just him, a lot of players, you know, you look at Gyökeres right now to his early stage. You've got to be thinking too much. Oh, should I go down the left? Should I go down the right? There probably is an element of forcing it. Sometimes you just have to accept, listen, my form is not there. Can I just make it happen? And I think that's it with Saka. I hope for some strings of decent performances. I can hope for a purple patch. I therefore hoping, you know, because it's only getting worse in the Champions League. Like the games are only getting more important. You know, that crunch time in the Prem. Obviously, we've got a final on Sunday. We hope Saka can, you know, score a goal or have a convincing performance that uptakes performance in it. But we just got to get over the line, man. Who's stopping us from the quad? To be fair, as Arsenal fans, we know ourselves. Listen, as long as it's still on, we keep fighting. But I don't look at the league table. I don't know what's going on. I don't know about quads. Let's just left foot in front of the right. Try and win every game from now to the end of the season, especially in cup competitions. Get the Prem over the line. And maybe it won't just be one trophy, but two, man. This Leverkusen team is nasty. Back six, staying compact. They play the same, win or draw. Perfect setup that don't expose their defenders. And we're used to that in the Premier League. Today, we found a way. The clean sheet was nice for the mentality also. Football's decided at both ends. Anytime you can score goals, keep clean sheets, and lock down midfield, you're right, my friend. Hincapie didn't even care. It was his former team. Man just mashed away. You can't afford to bowl them, man. They are South American. You ain't got time to do that. As Rob said, has everyone hit the like button, people? Feel sorry for rivals. They can't even deny anymore. They're breading. I don't want their breading. A lot of rivals are doing this. Fair play Arsenal. Jamie Carragher, your breath stinks. Don't think you're one. I've been telling man you're scared of Omri. Normally you're on CBS. You have to step correct on Sky Sports. I don't want to hear it. I don't even want to hear about Gary Neville. I don't care if Gary Neville said, oh, Arsenal are going to... The last few years he's been saying win the league. He's doing the chameleon thing. You think you can bandulu me and say, oh, yeah, Arsenal winning the league. So when I'm chatting shit about Arsenal, you can't call me and say I'm running an agenda. Shut your mouth, bro. Shut your mouth, bro. I don't want no ratings from no one else. Arsenal, let's just make sure we end the season with silverware, put the silverware on the table. Hey, if we're boring, we're anti, we're this and that. You don't have those conversations. Winners win, losers explain. You lot, what time, you know, if you're flying over from this country to this country or you're in this country, what time you man at the parade? That's all I'm trying to hear. I ain't trying to hear nothing else, man. This team ain't losing. Look at that defense. Look at that keeper. Bodo got slapped. I need to watch that. That was on that TalkSport. Bodo got slapped. Obviously, it's not going to get the hype respectfully. It's not quite Liverpool coming from behind or Barcelona when they did it or, you know, Real Madrid whenever they did it. But big up Sporting Lisbon and Gyökeres is returning home. Sporting Lisbon, they did a madness. Bodo Glimt, in my opinion, got stage fright watching the game. Like I've seen you players ball and you was probably owed that in it, but they look like they got stage fright. They look like they were shook. And they just looked like, you know what? It just looked like the 12th man was making a lot of noise and feeding Sporting with some energy. CAF let themselves down today. Keeper was on it tonight. Team was closing off passing lanes and pressed them back. They wasn't able to get their game at all. We controlled onto the cup final. Senegal took the piss though. They left the pitch for like 15 minutes and came back out and won. Man, Senegal the champions, bro. Senegal the champions. Big up DJ. I hope TalkSport dropping the bag for you as well. Appreciate you, my boy. We should all be very happy with this team. Eze is coming to his own. Rice never going to want to leave a champ's pitch. Bodo Glimt out. This cup is ruthless. And they were probably, I wouldn't say the neutrals' favourite, but the team everyone kind of would have rallied behind, got behind. You know, everyone likes an underdog unless it's our team. So not that I need them, not that we need them to gas up our thing, but you get the point. Good that I'm thirsty, innit? Good that I'm thirsty, people. We have a lot of, oh God, water's nice, man. TalkSport mouth was dry, bro. The water at TalkSport, it don't slap the same. I thought, right, you lot trying to poison me and get me out of it. Felt booky, but anyways, we have a lot of games left. Hopefully, we all hold in and keep going. Hopefully, Timber will be back for Sunday. Seemed got who's GY? Oh, Gyökeres seemed gutted when he Gyökeres looked vexed when he came off. But natural, you know, you're having a good game. You want to play all the games. Sometimes you need saving from yourself. You know that. What was it? 20 minutes, half an hour saving you. Then that might put an extra spring in the step. I want that kind of stuff. Raya save was a bad boy save. Jesus will come back Southampton. I mean, does anyone remember the black kick season? Jesus was there. I can't lie. I'm trying to see Jesus on a consistent basis. I can't lie. I think Eze and Dowman is the rotation. Odegaard, I forget, so tranquillo with Dowman right now, man. Let him do his thing. Attacking football, brother. Fast tempo, making responsible attack on. Zubi is calm. Odegaard's place in trouble for real. I mean, but we do need Odegaard at least on the bench, man. I mean, if you've lost your place, go wrestle it back. But me, all you players are tools in the toolbox. If it's someone like Odegaard that his first name on the team sheet 9 times out of 10, but Eze's doing his thing, benching it, rotation. That don't mean, obviously, you can rescue that back, but that's your role for now. What did me? Hey, go get that dickhead mod on Leverkusen Twitter. Man was moving mad. Bro, he was doing way too much. Even when he went to the London Eyes, like there's no corners in sight. Focus, we didn't need corners. You, man, scored from corners, but I'm not beef. They're not even in this country, bro. They're bare miles away. I don't know. Leverkusen, go do your thing, man. Prior to this game, you had 3 draws in a row. Best of luck, man. Better luck next year, man. You think you can rock up here with Kwanzaa and all them, man? City fan talk tops trash saying City and Chelsea didn't ruin the Prem. See, when I wasn't in the mood for it today, I can't bothered, bro. Like, I was like, all right, cool. All right, G. All right, like, I'm just gonna get the check and cut. Like, I ain't got time for this, bro. Like, I actually don't care. My team's winning. We're doing our thing. I was just braced to end all this. I just thought I was gonna fight Arsenal. I always go there with the mentality there's Arsenal agendas, isn't it? Like tomorrow there's gonna be Arsenal agendas. I know there's some Bandulu stat and everything, and it's all hype in it. Everybody knows in it. Like everybody knows. Top save from Raya. Saka needs to calm down. Landing a set piece on that bald head on Sunday. Leverkusen have had Saka covered for 2 legs. They also nullified a lot of our strengths, but we got things done. Eze knock, huh? Saka, to be fair, when he loses it or messes up, it's never in dangerous areas. Saka wasn't bad today. I don't get the stinker shouts. I don't know about stinker. It's just what I've become accustomed of Saka in a recent one, innit? And you just wish he could get goals. I do think you would have dead it to the front line, but I don't think any of the players like screaming and shouting. If anyone's vexed about Saka, it's because you're not really the man of this game. And obviously, with what we've become accustomed to, like so far this season, it's a thing where people are bringing valid but external kind of question marks over Saka and applying it to that 90 minutes rather than kind of isolating the 90 minutes, but also considering you're not playing how Saka normally celebrates. Eze's celebration was cold remain, man. I mean, to be fair, Eze's always got cold celebrations in this club. Gyökeres versus a Portuguese team hopefully shows them no love. The Eze finish has to be goal of the tourney contender. Raya is well class. I feel that Everton win was major. Team looked relaxed. Even Arteta let Miles play in the middle. Norgard cameo. Hydrate. They said Bodo was going to knock us out. But we've been knocked out of European competition by Sporting the last time we bucked them. So we'll deal with that when that comes around. But we enjoy it tonight. Focus, innit? One of Gyökeres' best performances up top without even the goal. DJ, I remember all of them. No one bred us when we win. Tell them again how many times over the years we've been no one bred. If you're not with us, fuck off, bro. Exactly, DJ. I love how annoyed Gyökeres was by getting subbed. Much better performance today. Good from Zubi, Eze, and Rice. I love Raya, but Kepa has earned the start. Should we worry about Saka still looking off it? I'm always worried about Saka, but end of the day, just give the team what you can give the team in it, because you might not be in great form. You're still a danger 1v1. You're still going to get respect from oppositions and doubled up against. Other players can exploit that. I do feel if Saka could just get one goal in the final, we might see a bit of a purple patch, etc. I disagree, though, with one thing you've said there. I think Arteta starts Kepa on Sunday, but for me, bro, come on, man, slap Raya in there. This is one of our most important games of the season. I know it's unfair and all of that, but you might have to be cruel to be kind. I know it's not the same, but if that's any other cup competition, if that's a Champions League final, you're going to start Raya. Who is your better goalie? It's the biggest game of the season at that point. Who's your better goalkeeper? It's Raya, innit? Now, obviously, to a degree, we're hypocrites, and Arteta's damned if he does, damned if he doesn't. You start Raya, Raya makes a mistake. Why didn't you start Kepa? You start Kepa. Kepa stinks up the gaff. All my days, why did you start him? You get where I'm going, innit? But for me, if it's up to me, on paper, to be fair, like a part of me wants to start Calafiori, but Hincapie, Saliba, Gabriel, Magalhaes, Raya. If Timber's fit, Timber. Ben White, I must admit, a bit reactionary, but you've changed my thinking, because before the game, we did speak about Timber, or like if Timber's out, would you go Mascara or White? And I did say 9 times out of 10, I'd go with White, but owing to the fitness and whatnot this season, I'd go Mascara. So I must admit, I think White looked encouraging today. That's kind of changed my thinking. I'm probably reactionary, but I probably would, if Timber's not there, I would go white. And the team kind of picks itself beyond that point. But if I'm not clear, Rice, Zubamendi, Eze, for me, Saka, I'd go Trossard. I must admit, I'd go Trossard on the left. Up front, I guess it's a toss-up. Do you go with, against City, do you go with Kai because of how you kind of expect the game to be? Both teams are going to cancel out the middle. Or do you go with Gyökeres from the start? But if you go with Kai from the start and then you bring on Gyökeres against open teams, because City look food, City keep dying in the second half. There's a lot of gaps and a lot of space. And, you know, Gyökeres could cause damage from the jump, but against tired legs, where Pep might be doing the mind games overthinking thing, I don't know, man. Trossard did his thing. It's just, I think since the turn of the year, Trossard in the final third has been dead in it. But you had, you know, you was involved. You was definitely involved in Eze's goal. Hincapie, I'm sure, as well, and technically Rice. Hope it's a cramp for Eze and he recovers quickly. He's been doing well. Probably is cramp. We've got to remember, yeah. Obviously, there was a time, and it shows us a long season. There was a time Eze couldn't buy a game in an Arsenal shirt. We're like, oh, why did you buy him? If he's not off the left, he's not playing. Statistically, he's played a lot of minutes for this football club. So it's not just him. A lot of players at a lot of clubs, whether you're just competing in the Prem or you're competing in all these games we've played, you probably are going to be feeling it. Like, statistically, he's probably played the most minutes, respectfully to Palace. We play more games in his career, in it. So he probably is feeling a bit of a cramp, you know. It's a quick turnaround from Everton, which on the best of days, every Premier League game takes a lot out of you, much less, obviously, the Everton game. Daumann's come on, Gyökeres has come on. You know, we're seeing City drop points. We've kept a clean sheet and scored 2 goals. All amazing. But we've got to remember that took a lot of energy out. And the fixture calendar is so far. And to be honest, well, Eze's more or less, like, across all comps, he's played a lot of football. Like, he's near enough played a lot of minutes in the Champs. Okay, it didn't start well as many minutes in the Prem, but he's been given a lot of Premier League minutes. He's had to chip in the FA Cup as well. So it is what it is. And you know what? You're not going to do it. And to be fair, Eze, I don't know if you're 100% on the plane for the World Cup. I think you're 90. If I had to bet 90% here, you're hoping when the international break comes around. I know it's not going to happen, but you would love to see Saka, Rice, Magalhaes, Martinelli, all of you pull out of international duty. Not like Gabriel Jesus has been called up. Calafiori, if it's not been said. Hincapie the same. Saliba the same. He's not in the Brazil squad, but Gabriel Jesus is a hypocritical thing because I want you to stay as a body. Guys like you man can go get minutes, you know. Not that Miles Lewis-Skelly is going to get called up for England, but you might need them little minutes there. So, yeah, man. Am I the only one that thinks we miss Odegaard? It's not just Eze he can come on for. I miss some of the control aspect of our game. Prince, you're not alone. We do. Because if there's been anything to scream and shout about Odegaard, it's been your cameos off the bench. You did well a very long time ago, but Newcastle away off the bench. Leeds away off the bench. North London Derby off the bench. That could be your thing this season. And also, Eze and Odegaard, we ain't been exposed to it too much. But when they are on the pitch together, they do try and find each other. And obviously, it's different horses for courses, but that relationship, Kai Havertz and Gyökeres, if Kai's playing in that role, what maybe Saka could do in the 10, we need these kind of things. So, yeah, it'd be interesting. All the players showed up, man. DG, if Marcel was here, I'm blocking him. I did, man. I put his mod back because someone got rid of him, man. Someone got rid of him. Who would you rather, Cole Palmer or Saka that never stops, bro? You know my answer. Saka. Boom, bye. We know Saka is good. We just want to see it. I wouldn't want Odegaard to disrupt our momentum. I'd only play him off the bench for the rest of the season. Bodo lost 5-0. It's an easy shout. Out of form, Saka is still a demon. I'm not going to lie, hypocritical, but Saka's still going to more or less start every game for me. Big up Noni, though. Gyökeres wants to leave with a goal. He's always mad when he don't get one. Whenever we last said that about a striker, so big up Gyökeres for that, man. Road to, Michael, one love. Road to 100K. Smash the likes, people. Appreciate you and subscribe if you're new. Saka was our only option last season. Now he's just playing the role. I feel like Saka will come around end of season and any finals we play. I know we're not quite at the end of the season, my boy, and I hope so. And I kind of think that, but as two people who kind of feel like that, my boy, oh, we're getting awfully close to that. You know what I mean? Like, it's March. Before we know it, blink. In fact, after Sunday, our next game in any competition is April, and there's just over a month of football. Like, mate, you know what I mean? You got to make it happen, really. Gyökeres doesn't have a good record against the top 4 in Portugal, but our players have scored against their former clubs this season and got us over the line, so let's see. Come on. I hope he can do that, man. Raya Kepa always. First teamers will be out on Sunday, no doubt. Mikel ain't messing about. Kepa can have Southampton. I'm on that. Raya must start. Appreciate that. Hincapie 2-0 still argue with players. That's what we need. Hincapie holds himself to crazy standards. How's your arm doing? Doing better today. Admittedly off the painkillers, Rob. Appreciate you for asking. Martinelli loves scoring against City. Well, it'll be a good time to do it on Sunday in whatever minutes you play. Havertz from the start, Jokeres from the bench. Both need to play well for us to get over the line. He needs a goal. Plus, Gurhey is out for the final. City. I still think City could harm us. I still think they've got issues that they could cause us, but I will know about the mental things with City. If I use the last game at the Emirates, I don't think it ends anything. I do think we've crossed that bridge in that, oh my God, City were shook, we're scared. I think we definitely respect them. I definitely think they can cause us problems, but I think we've shown we can cope with them. You know, the 0-0, a few years ago we had a 0-0 draw. Obviously, the one where Stone scored, the kind of scenes on and off the field, the whole Miles Lewis-Skelly stuff, we'll hunt them down. What Haaland said versus we're waiting for them at the Emirates when we slapped them last year. Personally, I know it's gone now. It is what it is, but I'm still kind of pissed off with the game at the Emirates because we shot ourselves in the foot and we had Pep and them man scared for their lives. Obviously, we played with the handbrake down. We was chasing the game. We was a goal down, and obviously, as they said, Martinelli, but they were shook. Haaland, obviously, you've seen it frequently from that point up until now, but it hooked Haaland. They were just camped in their own box. So I don't think that will be a factor. I do think we'll have healthy nerves. I think both sides will have healthy nerves. I think they can mash up each other. Obviously, City, this might be the only kind of chance for silverware. Obviously, mathematically, they can still win the league. They need togetherness. And if you're not going to turn up in a final or win a final or a League Cup final, it is what it is. For us, I more think how you're not going to feel at Wembley. Like, how are you going to react if you go down at Wembley? Not even just City, because you man ain't really been here before, really. And obviously, I do think we have a good chance, but I'm not trying to be negative. I can only go off the past. We've had some great runs in the Champions League in the last couple of years, but whether it's the gaffer or the players, I did feel there was an element of stage fright by Munich. I did feel there was an element of stage fright against PSG. Obviously, for whatever reason, in the last few years in the Premier League, at this kind of stage is where it started to get unraveled, didn't it? So it's us against ourselves before anything else. And this is something us Arsenal fans know because we do think a lot of the time we're our own best friends and worst enemies. So I am confident. End of the day, got a 50% chance. I would just say early doors going into the final on Sunday and that. Just have no regrets. If we win, great. If we lose, we keep it going, innit? Liverpool lost the League Cup final and then went and won the Prem. Just have no regrets. If we lose to the better men, it is what it is. Just have no regrets, people. Because what can they say that we ain't heard before? We win the League Cup, something I've never seen in my 30 years. Oh, it's just the League Cup. We know if we lose, the man in my bottle is Arsenal doing the same thing, mentality, this, that, and the other. Somehow it's win the dog's fault. Mikel Arteta ate spaghetti bolognese before the game, so he's very arrogant or something mad. We know how that goes, innit? So that's what I want to see, fearlessness, man. And I would say to the players, for us fans that back you, hold you to standards, but back you, you need to give us something. And at the end of the day, I know as football fans of big clubs, we all think about the champs and the Prems, but how many footballers in football, like active footballers across the top 5 leagues, throughout their careers actually win silverware? And you lot, let's have it right. You've had some good moments. Generally, in the last 3-4 years, you've had some good moments. You've been great in the seasons, but you've got no intangibles that's got it locked in history. And that's what we need to go do, man. For the fans that have got a ticket, for the fans all around the world, for yourselves, let alone. So, yeah, man, big up yourself, Links. But so long, Trossard and Saka win them corners. They're doing the job. Considering Kepa shenanigans in both League Cup finals he's played, I hope we don't start that guy. Rice needs a rest. Who could cover him? But I hear you, but where's the rest coming? Realistically, if there is a rest, it has to be after that League Cup final. Your rest is showering, get into your yard, go into your bed immediately when you get home in your nice mansion in London, Coley, have your recovery sessions, probably ease the workload in training. It probably be more tactical. Sunday, you need to play. Beyond Sunday, you're going to get called up for England. And let's be honest, Saka and Rice, I'm not saying they shouldn't, but they're good youths. You don't see them doing the Cole Palmer and Phil Foden thing. Oh, I've got diarrhea. I can't play for England. Like, they don't want to bunk school. Like, Eze and Noni, I don't think you lot could. But if it was up to me, I'd be like, listen, come on. But then, obviously, we're shook because these lot we've seen this before. International break comes, people get injured. But especially for Saka, maybe going off with your country is what you need. Get away from this Arsenal noise. Go get some goals for England. You might bring that back at club level. I don't know, people. That might not happen, but it's something to consider. Zuba Mendinho was cold today, man. Absolute class. The real village idiot. hate your name, man, because you're not an idiot if you're here, man. Insomniac, one love, no rest for the wicked, so a G can't sleep. We'll rest when we're dead. Like that All or Nothing City documentary. If you're tired, fuck you, innit? Like, bro, I'm tired. We're all tired. We all want rest. But we got things to do. And this is where we wanted to be. We're so close. We're in March, bordering in April. Let's get things done, man. PSG is the only team we need to beat. I don't really rate our chances. I'll be real. Don't shoot me, Arsenal fans. I don't really rate our chances. Rest looks our team is capable to run them. Let's go. I'm starting to believe PSG really told Arteta we was better. A lot of people don't know, but Hincapie is one thing. He knows the stakes. How do you all feel tonight? We're great, man. Hey, come on, Ricky, man. One love, man. Rob, tell them to smash the like button again. DG, see you doing the 3 versus 1. We got to enjoy this moment. Let's get behind the team on Sunday. Facts. I think it's positive we're still in this position while Saka ain't at his best. In past seasons, it was Saka of us. Also true. I feel like that was Glock's best game despite not scoring. I'm not going to lie, though. I'll make you right. And I ain't got them to hand, but it does feel like this season we've said that couple times, yo, that was Jokerezi's best game. We weren't saying that in the North London derby, which keep it going. Unfortunately, man, I'm not going to remember the Leverkusen game. Like, what Jokerez got 16 goals in it. Even if he gets to 20, all right, boom, we've won everything. We go to May. We're not necessarily going to remember Leverkusen, and it's going to sound mad. And it's on the same topic because he's a striker, but I remember Eddie Hincapie. Remember when Eddie Hincapie, a couple of times he had to get a run through the middle. There'll be a couple of times he'll score and be crap. A lot of, like, I remember in North London derby against Romero, like, you didn't score or assist, but you had a bloody good game. And I do think we're in that world where people are a bit naive that, all right, if you got a goal or assist, they'll call you and don't do anything over 90 minutes. They'll call you a stat merchant. But if you perform and don't necessarily get a goal and assist, people that understand ball can see what you're doing. You're not going to get rated. And we already know how difficult a job is for a striker, and you need to affect the game when you're not scoring. And he did exactly that to the point where, okay, maybe that's why you was, I don't want to say rested, but you came off the bench against Everton. I don't know, man. Gabriel will haunt City. I would love Miles Lewis-Skelly to come off the bench in the final and score. Man's moaning about a trapped nerve when my forearm broke in multiple pieces. Okay. Can anyone hear that? Revolutionary Pot, the man with a nose pierce. Big him up. He's a mod. No one can hear the world's smallest violin when he's talking about that. No one can hear the world's smallest violin. Sorry, where is it? Is it in this bag? Sorry, I'm just looking for some fucks to give around what Revolutionary Pot with his nose pierce is saying. Yeah, muppet. Big him up though, man. Get out of it. I definitely got someone with that. DG, do you think that City getting eliminated from the Champions League will affect their mentality in the League Cup final? Yes and no, because they've clearly been poor for a while, innit? So everything is just like, it's got to be a slug. Everything's probably just hitting them. It's like life. You know, when things going wrong in your life and, you know, you might have lost your job, your girlfriend's left you, you've lost your wallet. There's just bare things going wrong with you. Walk down the street, someone dashed the egg in your face. That's how I feel about City. Like, everything is just getting mad for them. So hopefully that continues. But you've got to pick yourselves up. Like, I don't want them to, but like, your City, you've had one terrible season, 2 tops. Other than that, it's been sweet for a lot of these players. It's been very sweet. And despite the fact that you're not the same City, you are second. You are still you're in with a chance of winning the Prem. You're in you're still in with a chance of winning the Prem. You are in the FA Cup. You have a chance at the League Cup final. You're out the Champions. You need to get up for it. And no one cares, bro. There's going to be 10 Man City fans traveling from Manchester all the way to Wembley. You need to put in a performance for them, innit? Pardon me. Arteta not forgetting when he got told to stay humble, disrespectful, but somehow everyone hates Arsenal. Eze has started understanding the info given to him and is translating it on the pitch. He's much more comfortable. It's all second nature to him now. Kind of like when you first start driving to a year later. Good way of putting it. Great win today, Motley, man. Great win, man. Growth and adaptability. Rice balls, they're majestic. Jokeres looks sharp today, like he dropped the jeans and Tim's. Wait. Unpopular opinion, if we lose the League Cup, we lose the league. Arsenal need to play City at the Etihad soon. We can lose that. If we don't win this Sunday and the Nails come back, do you know what? I do think there's a bit of a factor there, but also it's irrelevant. They're 2 separate competitions, and like, it could be very different because we beat City, and yeah, I get where everyone's getting like, yeah, we can do this. The monkey's off our back. We won the title and we did it against City with 5 states, but there might be complacency there. Who knows, man? Obviously, I want to win the final. I'd rather deal with what I said first, but yeah, Haaland putting up stinkers. Yeah, his form's gone mad. And to be honest, today I watched Haaland. Obviously, the Arsenal game's on, but today looked like he's carrying a knock, if I'm honest. Where he was on TalkSport, my boy. But we're here now. Think City will overcompensate and we'll catch them on the count. The thing is, City will give us chances, but the man will have to take them. City will get chances. Today, as mad as it is, across two legs, they had chances. Jeremy Doku's laid it on a plate. Man, them are not scoring. And to be fair, for the country, Saka's form's been smelly. Foden's form's been smelly. Palmer's form's been smelly. Not that I wouldn't care about Arsenal first, but it does make you think. And obviously, there's a long time to go until the season's ended. But if this continues for all of them, obviously Saka will end up with a trophy or two. But it does make you think what we're going to look like going into the World Cup. Bro, they got no Donnarumma. We got them. What do you mean? It's not over until it's mathematically over. If we don't win this Sunday, then City will be motivated to beat us at the Etihad and take this race down to the wire. Our players can't handle a race. To be fair, they're going to be motivated regardless. Rest when we have won certain facts. I think Hincapie is playing because he knows the feeling winning unbeaten. Man said, big up Hollywood man. CJ stepped away from wifey to talk to us little folks. I feel blessed. This guy is an idiot, man. Every game is Glock's best game from now. Rice remembers Virgil laughing at him on stage. He's on that Jordan. I took that personally. Arteta needs to blast that Rodri clip 24/7 to motivate everyone. Tonight was the first time in a while that I didn't stress watching Arsenal play. We dominated from start to finish. Both goals were stunners. And Eze's thunderbolt was worthy of a nomination. I hear it. Yeah, better always me. Now, remember that one. I got you, though. I don't care about that. Oh, my God, I ain't fracture. Are you tough, right? You tough, right? James, appreciate you. How much composure it took to keep the shirt on for them goals. Yeah, everybody says, I'm not escaping them allegations, man. It's too cold in that room to be taking off shirts. I must say it, me. Smash the likes if you haven't. City are down bad. They need to listen to the Young Scooter song, RIP, the same name. Dropping out the champs might push them to win the League Cup because that could restart their season before they host us at their ground. Do not underestimate them. Anyone that underestimates them is an idiot. Who decides which fans occupy which side at Wembley? When I watch Arsenal on telly, they're on the right side. They always win. Honestly, you have to ask someone else. I'm not educated enough. We just need to focus on us, stop worrying about City. I feel this performance will be a springboard for our attack. I hope so, but I thought that Newcastle were winning it. So for me, every game that comes, show me anyways, innit? I think today and Everton was a step in the right direction. Make it something that I can expect now, innit? I think we can win everything one game at a time. I don't think Haaland's bagged that many goals this year. Literally, keyword 2026. I feel like at this point, every bad performance will force us to up gears and let off shots like we did today. That was another thing. We look hungry to shoot, man. The last two games have showed that. And prior to that, I want to say Brighton at home. I want to say Brighton at home or something. They were definitely a game where they even talked about it after. I think Kai had a shot, Rice had a shot, Zubi had a shot. Shoot from outside the area, man. We didn't dominate this game. 41% possession. We sat back and countered at home versus sixth place Bundesliga. They gave tons of space and we wasted tons of sitters. I'm not confident based on this game. It kills me when people spell Cole Palmer like that. You know, man, good number one season wonder. Now he's cold. He can clean Max Dowman's boots if he wants, man. Yo, Max, you can come to Arsenal. Become Max Dowman's young G. Like, share, and subscribe, people. Malik, one love. Saka should remodel his game as a 10. I like seeing him in that role along with Eze and Madueke on the wings. True, same, but you know what? I've come to expect that. Obviously, if Saka was doing the business on the right, it's not to say, because I've been saying play him in the 10. I think that is an evolution and he could just lock down both them roles, but we probably wouldn't be waffling as much. Maybe Arteta saying, you know what, Saka still carries a threat in whatever I traditionally want out wide. He's going to be doubled up against where he's going to take men with him. Other people can take advantage of his face. I don't know, man. Man said Eze Puskas domination. Eze's had some very good finishes, man. All his goals against Spurs, the little acrobatic Spider-Man thing against Crystal Palace today it was a banger, but it wasn't a banger. It was more a thunderbolt. Like, I like the way he clotted it. He smacked that ball like it owed him bread. Like, I like that. That's what man want from these guys. Crazy works. Florian Wirtz, come outside. Florian Wirtz, you must. Florian Wirtz, you must. I don't make the rules, player. I want that League Cup desperately. I don't think us winning or losing on Sunday will make a... Okay, I think we... Yeah. I don't think if we win or lose on Sunday, it will make a difference for the league. I think we've won the league now. This is the first time I've said it all season. I hope you're right. Me, I ain't got there yet, man. Left foot in front of the right. When it's mathematically ruled out that only Arsenal do this thing, it's crazy. Yeah, man. Why do you spell it like that? Did you make that Cole Palmer? It took me a while to clock it. Sound like, oh, that's how the geezer say it. Yeah, it's true with the low blocks, we need to stretch them or let shots beat. I think Noni needs to start over Saka. I think he's been poor last few games for his usual self. I hear it. I'll still start Saka in the final. I'm not a fan of Noni on the left. He can do a thing, and I do think when he started against Everton, I think that was a right reward for him, innit? But I think Arteta wanted to have that balance. Like, I don't want to drop Eze. Maybe I want to play Noni anyways, but I want to reward Noni because of his form. Left-hand side is kind of predictable, innit? I like him on the right. Pardon me. Arsenal already getting people to book their holiday. Bro, Abby says she's skating out the country, man. Schema one love. Saka had a good game. He's all right. When Eze scored and I was celebrating, my wife asked if I was going to take my shirt off. I said, no, I can't DG trademark that. Hey, don't throw me under the bus with your wife, bro. Hey, you don't need to allow me, man. I don't take off my shirt that much. And to be honest, it's got to the point where I don't know about no one else, but people try to bully me on the internet about, oh my things. He's always got his shirt off. Okay. Just tonight, do you know how many, you don't see the verbal, just to that pisses off people. I'm never going to stop. Just because you get, certain people get so mad over it. So fuck it. Me, get bullied on the keyboard. Crazy works. You can never gaslight me. I'll be out here at 70 years of age, man boobs and that, still doing that. You're not going to scare me away, mate. Yo, DG, which is called Eze's goal celebration. Your goal, but Eze just, he just gets it right with the celebrations, isn't it? Like, all his celebrations this season, if I'm honest, that it weren't nonchalant, but it was a shower. I think his best celebration was Spurs when he was doing that thing. I hear you, bro. I've been like it all season. Not saying we're gonna win, but I think that Everton changed my mind. And with City drawing again, I don't see them winning 5 or 6 straight. I do think we'll drop points, but I just need us to go on a run. I need City to lose one more and draw one more, and then I think it's done. Then I think it's done. Brother, I was in the clock end, and the sound of Eze's boot slapping the piss out of the ball hit like crack. Needs to do that more. And to be fair, Eze does slap it. He does slap it. Just keep doing that. Saka's defensive solidity is what keeps him ahead of Donny. It's true. But while I recognize that, man, I'm have to be doing that anyways in the modern day, much less at Arsenal. And big up Saka. But I do think you're starting to get into scary territory, like with Martinelli. Big up Martinelli. But what do we talk about? We not the same thing, but we've all come to accept Martinelli for years. Oh, but he goes backwards. And he defends. He defends. And we've all played Sunday League. You've got Jimmy and you've got Jack. Jack's a baller. If I say, describe Jack, if you lot ask me, we're playing football and you ask me to bring a player and I say Jack, you ask me what Jack's like, he wouldn't leave footprints in the snow. You couldn't get a ball off him in the phone box. That man sounds like a baller. Joey, or whatever name I said, the same logic. He puts in a shift. He works hard. It's not to say we don't need that, but you know what sort of guy you're getting, in it. So he working hard in that, but I'm not in it, man. I took off my shirt for the Dalman goal. Not gonna lie, DG never changed. My wife and I were honoring you. You're right in my house. Big up Rob's wife and Rob, man. Big up there. I was gonna say the Rob family. Big up your daughter as well, man. I see you put her on Instagram. Appreciate you lot. Only because of you lot. I'm just a loyal servant of you lot on YouTube, man. Appreciate you. Once it's mathematically done, I'll be celebrating for time, bro. What's the problem with Saka this season, these days? Probably everything, bro. I don't really think, obviously, there probably is certain things tactically, but they've been there for a number of years. I don't really feel it's a tactics thing. I think you're just playing shit. Confidence is probably shot. You don't look fully fit. You do look like you lost it. I don't think a yard of pace, but you do look like your game has to change. And then I'm no physio, but I look at last season. You was gonna have an all-timer season. You had the hamstring injury. I was at the Fulham at home game. It was a proper homecoming. It was like he never left anywhere. Done your thing against Real Madrid, and like the early stage of him coming back from his injury, it was like he never left. Was he running on adrenaline? Am I being naive of thinking that? Then I remember, like, towards the end of last season, he started to look like someone that's been out for a while. And he has had some stop-start moments. You look like someone that's been recovering from knocks. But I don't want to make that as an excuse. That's just an ingredient in the cocktail. Rosen got a favour for us when City come to... Nah, come on, man. They're getting slapped, bro. Be serious. My neighbours heard me celebrating the Max goal for sure. Today felt good. City might lose another game for the season. I said something similar after Jan, but after them Vinny shots and whatever happens come Sunday, well... Saka looks to the ref too much. I feel like he's happy to get tackled because he thinks he's going to get something from it. I don't know about that revolutionary part. I don't know about that one. Big up Hincapie. Boss. Absolute boss. Celebration was funny. Man grabbed the center of his shirt thinking he's holding the badge before he looked down and clocked. I mean, let's just keep doing it. Let's just keep it up, man. Just keep it up. But people, I can't lie, I'm knackered. It's been 50 minutes. I'll be back tomorrow. I'm gonna have Kenny Ken and DJB. We're definitely gonna watch Newcastle Bar, so I think that's 5:45. What game did I select? I think I selected Spurs Atletico because I thought there was gonna be goals. I will pivot towards Galatasaray, Liverpool if that's what you want. And then yeah, man, it is what it is. So appreciate you lot for joining me here late. Let me go shower and go to my bed, man. Like, I ain't got no more in me, man. I ain't got no more in me, man. I'm shattered, lad. I can't lie. So yeah, big up you lot, up the Gunners. One love. Saka, if you need to know how to shoot, Eze scored a great goal, but I was doing it before we even knew what Eze was.
Against this right back, Charlie's definitely.
Always